Why do we do it? Hide, cover up, tone down? Choose boldness. Celebrate the skin you're in and dress with confidence with Nivea Nourishing Cocoa Body Lotion. The triple layered care of deep moisture serum, precious cocoa butter, and vitamin E enriches your skin for 48 hours. It's time to show off your best skin. Wear your skin with pride every time with Nivea Nourishing Cocoa Body Lotion.
Welcome to another episode of Revelations. My name is Maame Grace. This is the biggest spiritual platform across the board. We educate ourselves here. Yes, here we respect everybody's belief and everybody's worship because we believe in time. Yes. Today we are going to have a very beautiful conversation with a very great man. And there will be baby was some papa. It's also see happen who I say fake cross. I want to start at the end of here. And there we are going to learn a whole lot. Once again, welcome to Revelations. And my name is Maame Grace. Today, no, your guest and I want is Mr. Jinejom KOFITSE AHADZIE. Papa, welcome to Revelations.
Thank you.
Is the name correct, Papa?
Yes.
Okay. Today we are going to talk about African spirituality, who we were and who we have become now, and what it has cost us. Yes, this is what we are discussing today. Papa, please introduce yourself to the viewers.
Okay. Viewers, as you've heard my name already, I'm Jinejom KOFITSE AHADZIE, a cultural anthropologist, and I double as the one who tells people what was in the beginning, what is now, and what must come tomorrow. What we have been experiencing is that we have, as people, been borrowing other people's eyes to see, which is wrong. So, I'm going to ask you why you think that to borrow somebody's name and claim that is your name is acceptable unto your Creator. Thank you for welcoming me into your humble abodes.
Thank you so much, Papa, for coming. Today, like I said, we are talking about African spirituality, who we were and who we have become and what it is causing us. Papa, what is African spirituality?
African spirituality is the recognition of the fact that the African was not created as an inferior human being. In fact, the African was the first person to have set foot on this planet they call Earth. And African belief systems have guided our ancestors in their journey through time. That makes us those who were created in the image and likeness of the I am that I am. If you look at our earth, what color do you see? Brown and black. Why is it that we have abandoned the plain truth and we are following falsehood? African spirituality will guide us on our journey to know ourselves. As we were in the beginning, our ancestors did. And you look at the water bodies meander like snakes. So that is what African spirituality will teach you. Know thyself. That is the question.
Okay, Daddy, so what is the plain truth that we have left and what have you borrowed?
What we have borrowed is what reflects on your hair. You have borrowed that one. The other thing you have borrowed is the foreign name you call yourself. The Creator didn't give you those names. The Creator didn't make you in that image. Why is it that you think those are correct? And you are saying something about modernity. What is modern about enslaving yourself? Is there anything modern about it? Then we go and get a Taiwan hairstyle, and we think that we are glorifying the Creator. The Creator makes us understand that He never made any mistake. We are living in a society where things which are ours, we no longer respect them. We respect things which are brought from outside. We glorify ourselves eating junk food. And we think that that is civilization. But before the white man will come and talk about civilization, we had already known. We had built the pyramids. The white man calls it pyramid. But that was not the name our people called it. Our people had names for everything that they had. We were the first people who built rock structures. But today, we glorify the white man for doing those things which our ancestors have done. And you get to some of our people and they start singing, Ye na na num, ye na na num, ye na na num sum abosan, or something like that. Abosum. Who made the abosum? Can you point to one person who has made abosum? They said we worship stones and rocks and water bodies. Nobody can point to his chest and say that he made the sea. He made the trees that we are supposed to be worshiping. You go to the US today and your girlfriend is celebrating her birthday and you buy a snake and give to her as a birthday present. If it were to be a black man in Africa who does that one, they say he's a pagan. So where have we reached? We have reggae, like Bob Marley says, we have reggae back into slavery. We don't respect anything that we do again. I was seeing some politicians going to a function and they are wearing three-piece suit in a tropical weather. And we say we are civilized, we are developing. What are we developing to achieve? We are developing to achieve backwardness. We have institutions supposed to be institutions of higher learning. And what do they teach our children? They teach our children that it was Columbus who discovered America. America was there. The people have been living there for ages before Christopher Columbus was supposed to have discovered America. And we all believed it. Don't we?
So, Daddy, what is the African truth, the truth that we have ignored? Please, can you name them for me?
The first truth, I don't know if you have heard of Ethiopia. You've heard of Ethiopia. You have heard of Italy. You have heard of Italian invasion of Ethiopia, bombing and killing and cutting heads of our chiefs. And they were telling us that that is the knowledge system we have to accept. Right? If you look at what Italy did in Ethiopia, and these are the people who are here with us. If you leave Italy and you go to Belgium, King Leopold, he told his missionaries going to the Congo that don't teach the African the knowledge of God, because the African already knows God. All the things which have been claimed to be in the Ten Commandments, the Africans already knew them. But what he told them to do was to help the Belgium administrators to make sure that they take all the things that we have to develop Belgium. Today, we have the Belgium embassy here, right? The Belgium, which he left behind, King Leopold left behind, has become the headquarters of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. You know what the North Atlantic Treaty Organization does? It's to wage wars on people who don't believe in Western oppression they call Western democracy. That is what Brussels is today. Brussels, the capital of Belgium. And why didn't the white people call Brussels or King Leopold to question? Because the Pope sitting down there says that if you are not a Christian, you must be killed. If you are not a Christian, you must be perpetually enslaved. And Pope Nicholas V issued a paper bull, that was a decree, telling all Christians that perpetually enslave people who are not Christians. Why? You sure? The decree which made your ancestors and other slaves was issued by Pope Nicholas V. And he gave authorization to the Portuguese to go and arrest and enslave people.
Because they are not Christians.
They claimed they were not Christians. And you dance around here and call yourself Christians. And the brutalization of the black race, the oppression, suppression, and stealing of the knowledge system of black people were promoted by the so-called Christians. You got where we have reached? China, India, Japan, and all these people are not Christians. Why? And they are developing. And we are Christians. Coincidentally, we have a leader who says that he is going to build a cathedral. Meanwhile, we have so many churches. The Roman Catholic Cathedral at Asylum is there. You look into Accra, you study the population of so-called Christians, and you will see that Ghana, we are very, very developed in stupidity. We are going backwards. We are not developing anything. We are not promoting anything. When I ask you, who was the first person who made an aircraft? How will you answer that one? They told us that the Icarus brothers were the first people to have waxed feathers to their arms and launched the world into the aviation age, about 100 and few years ago. Then they tell you that the Wright brothers, very soon we will be celebrating the Wright brothers launching the world into the aviation age, also about 100 years ago. Then Leonardo da Vinci was supposed to have flown the first engine plane over 200 years ago. We glorify all these people. But the first people to have launched the world into the aviation age were people who had colors like you. They were blacks. Why are those things not being taught in the schools? They are not being taught in the schools because if they are taught in the schools, the black man will recognize the contribution of his ancestor. And he will not keep around singing that his grand ancestors worship some devils and what have you. Every time you will have a painting of the devil, what color? Black. Every time you will have a painting of the angel, is white. And they continue teaching you that, and you continue accepting that one. Are you not enslaving your mind, your children, your children's children? What is wrong with the African?
Papa, please, so are you saying that we've become slaves just because we decided to be Christians?
You become slaves just because you decided to be Christians? Did you decide to be a Christian? What can you say about the Crusades? You know there was crusade, several crusades. What were they doing? They have to brutalize you to accept what they are claiming. Now, in the beginning of the confusion, the Greeks came into Egypt. They colonized, they stole everything and sent them to Greece. Now today, if you're going to talk about philosophy, you will talk about Socrates, you will talk about Plato, you will talk about all these crazy people. Pythagoras Theorem. You have read about Pythagoras Theorem in school, right? Who was Pythagoras? At the time the Pythagoras Theorem was being developed, the pyramids of Egypt had been built. And it was the same theorem which was used in building the pyramids 6,000 years before Pythagoras' great-grandfather was born. So what theorem did he bring? If you come from close to a water body, I believe most of you come close to water bodies. The people who use the canoes on the water bodies, were they taught by anybody in Marine Engineering University? Go to Jamestown, go to Osuteshi and all these places, and find out from the fishermen who taught them how to use the canoes on the sea. They learned those things from their ancestors. But today, we believe that it was the white man who taught us. And once we continue to believe that one, we will continue to be going backwards. We won't reason. Because that is what they want us to do, not to reason. So,
Papa, is it Christianity or the white man? Which is which?
Are you separating them?
We should put them together.
What is the difference between the so-called Christian and the white man?
Because some of the white men are Muslims or are different,
Well, what will you call the Kaaba? What is the Kaaba?
The Mecca thing they go.
Yes. What is it?
Is it not their festival?
Which festival?
For the Muslims.
Who are the Muslims?
Another religious body.
Okay. You see, the Kaaba is the black rock. They go and dance around the black rock, and our people here will also put up money to go and dance around some black rock somewhere. And they said it was Abraham who hit some stick on the ground and the water started gushing out. Then you ask yourself, who was Abraham? Where was he? Then they tell you that, oh, Abraham was the same person as Ibrahim. And you believe. You hold on to that one. And when you have one city, you want to go and be called a stranger. You go to Mecca, you come back, you are called what? Al-Hajj. Al-Hajj simply means that you are a stranger. And you glorify yourself. And you are walking around and they are calling you Al-Hajj, Al-Hajj, and you are happy.
So, Papa, I want to know about the white and Christianity. Is it Christianity they used in stealing our minds, or it is money? Which is which?
Don't just rush. Christianity, where did it come from? When the Greeks came to Egypt, right? Pope is not Pope. He called himself a pharaoh, Ptolemy Philadelphus II. He took over from his father, who was the bodyguard to the so-called Alexander the Great. Now, having taken over, he caused the priests and the sages of the Nile Valley. They changed the name of the valley, and they called it the Nile Valley. But find out what was the original name of that valley.
Papa, what was the original name?
The original name is Serda, the Divine Snake Valley. And when you are up in the skies and you look at that river body moving, it moves like a snake. So you look at the pharaoh's crown and you see the head of a snake there. Why? Because the snake is a representation of that mystical energy. So you go into the medical field and you look at the pharmacies and all these things. What do they represent health with? The snake. But they come and tell you that the snake is the one who tempted Eve. And Eve went and tempted Adam. And they ate the forbidden fruit. And God, the Creator, who knows everything, who sees everything, didn't realize that they had done anything wrong. So God moves in the garden, the so-called Garden of Eden, and asking, Adam, where are you? Eve, where are you? You think that the Creator, the all-powerful, will be engaged in that, Jack, where are you? It's a question. The Creator will never walk around asking, where are you? The Creator knows everything already. Wherever you are passing, He is seeing you because He is the Creator of everything. You can't hide from the Creator. But we were told they hid from the Creator. And when or Cain killed Abel, the Creator was asking Cain, where are you? He said, I have done something wrong, so I am hiding from you. And you accept that one. And you accept that there was a Creator who is the all-knowing one, sitting down and causing all these deaths to take place, and still cannot identify who did what. When they came, the Greeks, Ptolemy said, let us get these sages who knew more about these things to translate that one into our common Greek language. And that common Greek language was what brought about the Greek Orthodox Bible. The Greek Orthodox Bible haven't come. When the Romans overthrew the Greeks, then they said, no, let's take this one and let's call it our Bible, our Holy Bible. And the Holy Bible is so holy that the Romans can be killing people, maiming people, all in the name of God.
Okay, so Papa, if they took all these things from here and changed the name, what is wrong with us being a Christian? Because according to you, they picked everything from here, from us. So
wait, don't rush. What name were you calling yourself?
Maame Grace.
Yes, Grace. Is Grace part of you, the name that the Creator gave you?
The Creator, for my own opinion, the Creator didn't give me name. It's my parent that gave me name. Unless
who were your parents representing?
The Creator, right? So the name they gave me, then they gave me the Grace. They named me my native name as Efiesika, and they added Grace.
What does the Efiesika say? What's the meaning?
Efiesika, the Efia is the day that I was born, and then the Sika is the grandmother's name.
English name?
No.
Your grandmother's name?
Great-grandmother's name.
And he's representing you.
Yes.
And you are the representation of your great-grandmother. You didn't like that one. Your parents were also miseducated to think that when they give you grace, then you have grace.
Yes.
A nation in custody.
But Papa, what has the names got to do with what we are discussing now?
Your
about
name will define who you are, where you come from, what you can do tomorrow or tomorrow's next. Your name. Your name is just not a combination of alphabets. Your name must be capable of telling everybody where you come from. If I call myself Jinajom KOFITSE AHADZIE, if you hear that name, where will you think I come from?
Volta region.
Yes. So your name should tell you, your grace name should tell you that you are coming from Europe, which you are not coming from. All right? Your parents have made a mistake of giving you some kind of slave name, and you are glorifying that one, that it was given to you by the Creator. The Creator never gave you that name. And anybody who gave you that name, him or herself, is equally enslaved.
So, Papa, what are we supposed to go back to worship instead of Christianity or any other religion? what are we supposed to worship? Because according to you,
what was the Creator? What did the Creator give you?
What did the Creator give us as Africans or Ghanaians? What are we supposed to worship?
I made you in my own image and likeness. Right? What was the image and likeness that the Creator made you? I told you that when you look at the ground, you will see the color of the Creator. If it is not brown, it is black. And you left all that one, and you are going to take something which is not given to you. So you want to worship the American God. They said, in God we trust, isn't it? And then this God says that thou must not kill. And they go to Afghanistan and kill. And you are happy. Isn't it? They are in Syria now killing. Those who are supposed to be the children of this supreme God who is a white man are those killing the Palestinian children. And you think that that is how the Creator made it. The Creator was accused of having led the people from Egypt through the Red Sea. Is that true? He could not have led them through the Red Sea, because the place they said they were moving from, Goshen, was in Egypt. At that time, at this time, and at all future times, that place will remain where it was. And then the Bible comes to tell you that, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. You have read that one?
Yes, I fear no evil.
Yes.
Because thou art with
Where
me.
is the shadow of the valley? The valley of the shadow of death. Where is it? Why the silence? You were repeating. Now, where is that valley of the shadow of death? Where is it?
So, Papa, what?
The valley of the shadow of death is right here in Africa. It has always been in Africa, and it will continue to be in Africa.
And what is that, please? Break it
The
down.
valley of the shadow of death. There is a mountain along this stretch. There is another mountain along this stretch. Behind this mountain, you have the burial grounds of the kings. Behind this range of mountains, you have the burial grounds of the queens. In between the two mountain ranges, you have the valley of the shadow of death. Because there is death here, there is death here. Now they come and turn the whole thing, and they made you look outside. That is where the valley of the shadow of death is. Now when you look at one of the stories, they told you also the death of Yeshua ben Yosef, the alleged death. You remember that Yeshua ben Yosef, or the character they told you is Jesus the Christ, was crucified, allegedly crucified, right? Where was he crucified? When he was in difficulty, his parents were in difficulty, where did they go? They went into Egypt. And you know what explains that one? Because Egypt was the habitation of the black people. You will say no, because Arabs are there now. You go into Egypt and look at the Sphinx of Giza. The Sphinx tells you the people who were there, they were blacks.
You are watching Revelations, and my name is Maame Grace. I am here with Papa AHADZIE. Yes, and you see, in some nano so sweet, enti yemre no ayebe. Our conversations with, we want to understand who we are, what we have to go back for, and what will bring us peace. Where are we going? Same time next week, Revelations will come your way once again. My name is Maame Grace, and I am your host. God bless us all.